Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I want to show you something a little different. Instead of just talking about prompt engineering in theory, I'm going to walk you through a real campaign I built for a skincare brand, shot by shot, and show you exactly how each of these scenes came together using Veo. This is NESOI London's gentle peeling serum, and everything you're about to see, every angle, every texture, every human moment, was generated. No studio, no photographer, no product shipped anywhere. Just a prompt, a reference image, and a lot of iteration to get it looking this clean. So let's start where the campaign starts, with the hero shot. The first thing any brand wants is a clean, trustworthy product turn, something that feels like it belongs on a luxury shelf. For this, I didn't just ask for a product spinning. That's too vague, and Veo will guess wrong half the time. Instead, the prompt locks down three things: the exact rotation speed, the lighting direction staying fixed while the product turns, and the surface reflection behavior, so the tube doesn't look like it's floating. That last part actually took a few tries. Early versions had the shadow rotating with the product, which instantly breaks the illusion. Once I anchored the shadow to the surface instead of the object, it clicked. This is the kind of detail that separates a prompt that sort of works from one that looks shippable. Next, texture. This is honestly one of the hardest shots to get right with AI video, because texture is about physics, how a liquid drips, how light catches it, how it sits on skin. If the prompt is too abstract, you get something that looks like plastic or wax instead of an actual serum. So the language here gets very specific. I described the consistency: a light, slightly viscous cream, not runny, not thick, the way it beads at the tip of the applicator before falling, and the soft focus fall off on the background so all the attention lands on that single drop. Macro shots like this live or die on lighting too. I pushed for a warm, directional light source, almost like late afternoon sun, so the cream picks up a subtle golden highlight instead of looking flat and clinical. That's what makes it feel premium instead of like a lab photo. Now this next part is the one I actually recorded live, so you can see the process, not just the result. This shot needed to feel human, a woman applying the product to her face, but not in a stiff, overly posed way. The starting prompt I typed described the action itself: fingertip touching cheek, a small dot of cream on the forehead, gentle blending motion, soft smile, natural eye contact with camera. Watch what happens when I add the lighting cue here. I specify a soft, even beauty light with no harsh shadows under the eyes. That one line changes the entire mood of the shot from product demo to campaign visual, and here's the part most people skip: skin realism. I add a note about visible pore texture and natural skin sheen, because without it, Veo tends to smooth everything into that plastic AI skin look. You can see in the output, the skin still looks like skin. That's the difference a few extra words make. This is really the core of what my prompt generator does. It forces these details into the structure automatically, so I'm not relying on memory every single time. After the intimate applying shot, the campaign needs a moment that sells trust, someone holding the product up with confidence, like they're recommending it to a friend. For this one, the prompt focuses on posture and expression more than anything technical. Shoulders relaxed, genuine smile, product held at a slight angle toward camera so the label stays readable without looking staged. I also specified a clean, bright studio background, pure white, no distractions, because this shot's job is to isolate the product and the person's confidence, nothing else competing for attention. This is the kind of shot that works everywhere: thumbnail, ad creative, carousel, because it's simple and it reads instantly. And we close the way a lot of premium campaigns do, back to the product itself, but this time in a more editorial setting. Raw stone texture, natural light cutting across the frame at an angle, soft shadow play in the background. The prompt here leans heavily on material contrast: rough stone against the smooth matte tube, and directional light that mimics sunlight through a window, not studio lighting. That contrast is what gives it that editorial, almost architectural feel instead of a plain product photo, and that's the full sequence. 6 shots, 6 completely different moods, all built from structured prompts rather than guesswork. If you want to see exactly how the generator builds these prompts step by step, that's coming up next.